All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3.
Here we go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Everyone's got four down.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off play action, Tannehill completes it right side to Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try to defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is caught by Ardarius Stewart. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashad Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Tannehill staying on his feet. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Tannehill down to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Navarro Bowman coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Check. 53, Mike. Check.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and take away this time.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they're concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the red zone now, Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Gone!
Faking the give, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, here we go now. 3-19.
On second down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And brought down down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry now for Crowell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this one is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
On 1st down, Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He can run for it, and he will. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it, or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch 17. Watch hustle. We're walking. We're all walking.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. On the right side open is Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. Tannehill now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
4 down. Alert.
Play action. It's Tannehill. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Open space inside the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Whitehead, the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And that one results in 35 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Gun!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are able to strike for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. Then we can get to the third quarter now.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Santos with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro, Navarro Bowman.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
No, check, Patriot.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Darnold now on second down. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Motion.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Darnold down to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The return man is Grant. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Malden in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Steps away, under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Malden in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they'll start to drive on the ground with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch twist. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Play action. It's Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Four down. Check. Set. Green 39. Green.
They go to Johnson again. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the counter, it's Corral. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, it's Corral. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. In for the score. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. Cooper's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Quick.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo mauled him. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now it's Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Rob. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey. 4 down.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Detroit! Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Again, it's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.